Doing sports in city spaces is becoming more and more popular. Which kinds of challenges does that pose to when planning the areas for physical activity?
Well, first of all, you've got to find the areas in the urban spaces for physical activity and sports and other leisure activities. There's often a tendency to be working at nice, streamlined areas in cities, and you have to find the spaces where it's okay to introduce these areas for sports and activities and a more lively area. The challenges when you found these areas are to make sure that they are accessible. They have to be close to where people live in the neighborhoods around town. They have to be open practically all hours, because people's way of doing sports are changing. People want to do it whenever, wherever. In Denmark we have this old tradition for doing club sports, and that's changing. We're doing our sports alone or without these very formal organizations that club sort of gives to you. You have to be there and there at such hour. We don't do that much anymore. We want to do sports whenever, wherever, basically. And these urban places for physical activity and sports can give that to you. You can just join in and do your sports morning or midday or at evening or even at night if you want to. And that's very important if you want to create this or facilitate this possibility of physical activity and sports in urban places.
And what is being done in Copenhagen to meet these challenges?
The Danish Foundation for Culture and Sports Facilities are working a lot on this, along with the City Council in Copenhagen, and pulling on experiences from all over the country. In a smaller scale, we've introduced small ballparks for football and basketball and other ball games. We introduced ice skating rinks, outdoor ice skating rinks, which became very popular some years ago and still are. We're looking very much into this whole problem with finding spaces. We're looking very much into the harbour, the actual water in the harbour. We've introduced the outdoor harbour bath some years ago, which is also very popular. And we're working on creating facilities that can actually float on water to sort of solve this problem with there not being place for physical activity.
And what problems remain unsolved with regards to promoting physical activity?
Well, Copenhagen is growing all the time. New city areas are being developed, and it's very important to make sure that the people who decide what's going to go on in these areas, that they know that these urban spaces for physical activity, for leisure activities and sports are important. They create the atmosphere that people want now in a city. We want to be outdoors in the city. We want to live our lives out in the city. And that's very important for people to remember when they plan cities. And Copenhagen is doing this very well, I think.